Hi everyone and welcome back to the course. In this lesson we're going to create our background. Now we could do this in quite a few different ways, but I'm going to show you the method that I like to use. The first thing that we'll do is to create a cube. Make it editable. Select one of the sides and delete the excess. Edge selection, and select this line here, right-click and bevel, like this. I could make it like this, or I could just increase the offset. So select and bring it out like this. You can add some more subdivisions if you want it to be softer. And that's basically the structure of our background. Now I'm going to make the object smaller or the background bigger. Something like this. We'll put it in place. And we can now work with this. But because we've added this bevel effect, there won't be such a harsh interaction between those edges. It will look like it blends in. Okay, so place your objects as you want them to be seen. We're also going to add some elements that could help us to give a sense of realism to the scene. So we're going to add those drops of condensation that we saw in some of the reference images, which you usually see on bottles that are very cold or refrigerated. And it's actually quite simple to do this. So go here to Gouraud Shading, so the lines disappear and we can see the surface of the object. Select the object. You could use a sphere, but I'll use this object here called Platonic. Scale it down to make it smaller. Then go to MoGraph and select Cloner. This cloner has a few options to make some adjustments. So in Mode, select Object. And here in Object, we need to insert the object on which we want the Platonic to be duplicated on. So select the outside of the bottle. Just drag it down here, and there we go. There are other options like the distribution. Select Volume, and you get this distribution. If you increase the count, you get more of the objects. As many as you like, or as you can, because this process can be quite a lot for your computer to process. So that is something that you need to keep in mind. I'm going to make them a bit smaller. We can also use an effect to help us, which you'll find in MoGraph, and that is the step effect. So select the cloner, go to Effector, and drag down the step like this. What does this do? Well, this helps me to scale the objects. So I can adjust the scale here, and now see that there are objects that are much smaller and ones that are bigger. You can also increase the count if you want more. Okay, and you need to repeat the same process for the can if you have it. So this effect, this touch of realism will really add to our scene, especially when we illuminate it, as we're going to do in the next lesson, and then later on we'll add the textures. So I'll see you in the next lesson.